The second half of Four Sisters Network's Four Sisters Live. And I hope you've tuned in. It was an awesome show, the first show. That was awesome. You know, we really have to get educated on politics because the politics really rule our lives. It determines how much money we're going to get for our schools. It depends how much money we're going to get for health and wellness. You know, so the people that we put into office, make sure you know what their politics are, not just to get them in, but why they want to come in.
Well, might not add on to that. It is very important as people, we're living in a community, to know who the people are that are elected officials. It's up to you to go to those forums. Yes. It's up to you to Google the people and get information. And most importantly, early voting starts June 14th to June 21st. Get out there early. If not,
no excuse.
It's no excuse.
It's not raining.
No. And then also, if you can't get out there that last day, June 26th, be there because your vote counts.
It's going to affect you. So I want to thank my guest today. My name is Linda Powell, and we have
Kathy Muhammad.
And we have
Cynthia Green.
We're Sister for Sisters Live, and also Sisters for Sister Network and Four Sisters Live. And we have a wonderful guest here. Who's here today?
Well, I am so excited to have my special guest with me today. Her name is Akilah Clark.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
And Akilah Clark is one of the dynamic panel members that will be on my panel for my event coming up on June 23rd, which is entitled Lady Boss Series, part of my organization, Serving Women Across Generations. And we're going to be talking about how to turn your vision into reality. Today, though, we are going to meet Akilah. We want to talk about Akilah, the person. We want to just find out her path that led her to her magazine. So today, it's getting to know Akilah.
All right.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, wonderful,
Very
Akilah.
excited for the event.
Oh, thank you. Me too.
Tell us a little bit about the event that's coming.
Well, the event is going to be so exciting. Yes, it is an event where we are going to share how these four business women, Akilah's one, we have Morgan, we have Rabia, and we also have Ashley. These are dynamic young women that have started their own organizations. And what we have found, a lot of people have organizations, but they don't want to share information, or they want to start an organization, but they don't know where to go, they don't know who to talk to. So I'm hoping by having this panel discussion that people will get understanding as to, yes, it's possible. I can turn my vision into reality too. And you have 4 different examples of how we can do it. So our event will be on June 23rd from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Okay. And the address is 6710 Oxon Hill Road. It is free parking, so it's not like you have to park down at the harbor.
Okay, don't have to worry about free. That's
important.
important. Parking is the most important thing.
It is so easy.
No stress.
No, that's right. Just pull on in that parking space and come on up to Suite 210 and get educated on how to turn your vision into reality.
So the address again, Kathy.
Yes, the address is 6710 Oxon Hill Road in Oxon Hill, Maryland. And the suite is Suite 210. Just a matter of coming right on in and we'll have somebody to escort you upstairs too, to the suite. So no free parking, no obstacles, just come on out and learn how to make a difference in your own life.
Oh, okay. Well, they're going to take health and wellness to a new level. And I'm really proud of your organization. I've heard of all the wonderful things you've been doing in our community, and I know you know, hey guys, she did 200 and how many sit-ups? I can't get over that. Let's get back on health and wellness just for a moment. This young lady, our sister here, she got the medal for doing 200 and how many? 204 sit-ups. Okay, so I am so proud of her.
That's impressive.
Oh, thank you.
So this is health and wellness. Hey, I need to tighten it up a little bit. What about you over there, Cynthia?
God.
We need.
I have to work on mine, so I don't think I can do 204.
Well, you're a little younger, and you don't have to do two. You can do 100. You can do 100.
It creeps, and I know I need to start exercising, so that is something that I'm gonna push for. Because 200, I give up after about 10.
But that is, I congratulate you, because I keep remembering that, and that's my goal. I got to beat you, sister.
But let me just say this, everyone.
Yeah.
That is all part of turning your vision into reality.
Yes.
I believe very heavily in having a vision. I had put in January a gold medal on my vision board.
Ooh, all right. To put a gold medal on your vision board, that's a good one.
Yep.
I like that.
I put the gold medal on
like
my vision board because I wanted to win a gold medal in a health-related event. And so I think it was May, that we did have an event, and I did win a gold medal.
Yes,
So
yes, right. Yes, woo, yes. That's right. Right.
Turn your vision into reality.
I like that, and also the aqua spin.
Oh, aqua spin, yeah. That's also another exciting part of just being healthy. And aqua spin is where you put your bikes in the water, and you don't have to have any particular type. You don't have to be in the best shape. But the goal is you get in that water, the water cools you down, and also acts as a resistance, and it's easy on your joints, and you will burn calories.
That sounds fun.
That's it. I can't wait.
It's just all about being active,
Yes, yes.
My new exercise to get active and build up a little energy, I've been doing hula hoop.
I'm going to put on my old hula hoop.
So I go in my garage and I get the hula hoop, and I'm having to learn to re-hula hoop all over
Get the hip
again.
together.
Yeah, you gotta get that hip
That is
going.
a favorite pastime.
Yeah, and so I walk every morning,
That's
and
good.
I come back and I do my hula hoop.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're really on track to get ourselves healthy and wealthy in 2018 and beyond. So we're going to take a break. And I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to leave it to this wonderful sister of mine. We're going to have an awesome discussion on her wonderful event that's coming up. And we're going to learn all about Aquila.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to learn all about Aquila. So you all stay tuned. I want you to go to, we're on YouTube. We're on 4 Sisters Live. Is also on, are we on Facebook now? We're not on Facebook, so go to YouTube, 4 Sisters Live, the number 4 Sisters Live. We're in the studio of voxwave.com. That's voxwav.com. See you in 2 minutes.
All right, yay!
Yay!
Welcome back to the broadcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, welcome everyone. Yay, it's raining outside, but it's sunshine in here, okay?
Always, right?
Yes. So I'm so excited today because I get an opportunity to talk to two of the panel members that are going to be part of my event, which is June 23rd in Oxon Hill, Maryland, 6710 Oxon Hill Road, Suite 210. I am the founder of Serving Women Across Generations, and I founded the organization in 2014. And my organization was built to help women help each other, to realize that women are going through the same type of things. So when you share, it can help each other. So I'm so excited to start it off with my Lady Boss series with 4 ladies. I have 2 of the most dynamic ladies on the panel as well here today. One is Akilah Clark.
Hello.
All right, thank you. And the other one is Morgan Davis.
Hi.
So I'm so excited. So what we're going to do today, we're going to meet the women behind the business. On my event, we're going to talk about how they turned their vision, what they had in their head with their passion, into reality. So I'm looking forward to having everybody come out to the panel discussion because you don't want to miss that. But today, we're going to talk about the women behind the business. So we're going to start with Akilah Clark. And Akilah, I'd just like you to tell us how you started the journey to become interested in publishing your magazine. So would you tell us about your magazine?
Absolutely. Well, you never really know what you're going to end up doing in life, right? You might have ideas. People ask you from when you're 3, 4, and 5, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be a cook. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be an architect, interior design, run a gamut. But in college, you really develop and you find yourself. So my journey in college, I started out, thought I was going for architecture. Things didn't work out the way that I wanted when I switched schools. It's, it's always a backstory. I ended up in communications and fell in love with it, like everything about communications. And particularly, I was focusing on advertising and public relations. So with that, you're definitely doing graphic design, you're doing, the public relations is more campaigns, or how do you brand and how do you get people to know what you're doing without spending money. So that was like the big thing. And I was like, okay, that's really interesting. And then with the visual side of it, I actually ended up winning a visual communication award at my school, and I was like really excited because it came with a little paycheck. And I was super excited. Of course, you're happy about that. So I said, maybe I might have a knack for this. And then writing, I've always been a strong writer, from high school and then moving into college, being in honors writing, and it was just something I never really thought about, but come to find out, again, it was my strong suit. And so when you know that you're good at something, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you're supposed to be doing, but definitely look into that. Like, God put things in you, and it's kind of up to you within your journey to find out what those talents are and build upon it.
That sounds very good. Now, I'm going to turn it over to you now and ask you the same question, Morgan. Tell me a little bit about your background and how you got to your business, and tell us the name of your business.
Yeah, so it's the business is called Distinctly Creative, and then I also have another business called Morgan E. Liz that focuses on freelance design and fashion, graphics, and photography and videography. So with both of those things, it kind of started out of just my love for the arts. And so since probably middle school, I was doing like a lot of like performing arts and music and photography as well. And then that kind of transitioned into costume design and fashion design. And so then when I was like 17, I started my first plus size clothing line. I did that for about 2.5 years, up until around like my sophomore year of college, where I studied fashion design at Howard here in DC. And then from that, I started doing like consulting and providing graphics and design work for a variety of businesses here in the area, predominantly Black-owned businesses. And so that kind of, I guess, funneled into what I do with Morgan E. Liz for graphic design, and then also Distinctly Creative, which focuses on Black creatives and entrepreneurs. And so I wanted to create not only a safe space, but a platform for people to be able to grow professionally and personally. And so Distinctly Creative not only provides networking opportunities and events and things like that, but also helps people understand the business side of the industry too. So whether it's like legal, marketing, finance, etc. Since I feel like, there's no reason why, anyone shouldn't have a seat at the table. And so,
That's good, Morgan.
That is good.
and I just feel like, I've been so blessed with so many opportunities and experiences that the least I could do is just try to help other people, especially within my community, have those same experiences. So.
Excellent.
Well, really quick, I think we have a caller. Oh, they hung up? Okay. So we did have a caller,
back.
But call back.
Yeah, call
Sorry,
back.
we have to, and when we have a pause, we'll get to you. But if you call back, please hold the line until we can, the person talking can finish their thoughts, and then we'll get your question from the phone.
Yeah, exactly. That would be great. Well, let me just ask you, both ladies, who were your role models growing up?
Definitely my parents.
Okay.
They have two very different personalities. My mom, she is a visionary, so she has all these creative ideas. A lot of things that you actually see coming through the magazine was probably somewhere, from a conversation that I had with her. Mm-hmm. She had all these ideas from, I remember it was the Million Man March, and she's like, oh, let's do a book. I'm like a child, but she's like, let's do a book, and we can go out there and sell. And I'm like, okay, but then she'll say it, and then, she'll kind of back away or have another idea, and I'll come back and be like, remember you said you did this, I want to do it. And then, we end up working together and producing it. Mm-hmm. So that's the creative side of my personality, part of it. And then my dad, he's more of that vision, but also that the businessman. Mm-hmm. He is a musician, but I've seen him do all kinds of things. Whether it was real estate or Sensational Oils was a big business that we had coming out of our home growing up. And my dad is an executor, so if he's just not going to talk about it, he's going to actually do it. So they work really well together, because I hear their little sessions coming up in the mornings, and they're drinking their coffee, and she's brainstorming, and he's okay, trying to think through the logistics of everything. So definitely my parents are my role models.
Excellent. And how about you, Morgan?
Definitely my parents as well, especially my father has always been pretty business oriented with the work that he does with Chrysler. And then my mother, she is an English professor, but also plays the piano and sings and things of that nature. And a lot of my family, my mom's side, are gospel singers and things of that nature. So they kind of got me into the arts. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of different mentors I've had over the years, especially professors at Howard, kind of really helped me to figure out what I wanted to do and then provide that motivation and support to get there.
Oh, okay. That sounds excellent. So let's talk a little bit. Why don't you tell us the name of your magazine and exactly what it means, too?
So this is Noura Magazine. The name Noura is actually Arabic, and it means light. So people are like, okay, well, why'd you name it that? And for me, light represents information, truth, and wisdom. Allegory in a Cave was one of my favorite, stories coming up through school, and it was really interesting to me how everything looks different in the light. You can be looking at the same exact thing in the dark, and you might see shadows, and you might want to put your own spin and imagination and your own interpretation to it, but it's not until you actually reveal the object or whatever it is in the light that you know the truth. So for me, it's a book of wisdom.
Oh, wow. That's excellent. I love that.
So I'm curious, do you have a target market for your magazine?
Yes.
So who would you say is your target market?
My target market, and of course you have to have a target market, right? Mm-hmm. My target market is women ages 18 to 35. Okay. But I'll tell you, my grandma reads it, her group reads it, younger people pick it up and they like whoever's on the cover and they read it. I got men going through the book, they want to see who's the beauty of the month and who you got here. So anybody can pick it up and go through it and take something from it. But 18 to 35 in the women is who I'm targeting.
Absolutely, because when I look through here, there's definitely things that I'm interested in. But I know that my daughter, who's 22, would probably be more of your target market because of the style and the pizzazz and the makeup and the lashes and all of that. So she's very much into those types of things. So I'm definitely going to turn her on to this.
Thank you.
I think we have the caller. Did the caller call back? We have a caller.
All right, caller, what's your question today? All right, keep going.
That's okay, caller.
We lost the connection.
Call back.
Yeah, call back. So I understand for you, Morgan, you used to work with Google, and you work with a lot of small businesses. You help small businesses when you were working for that organization. And how did that help you toward distinctively creative?
Yeah. So with what I was doing with Google, I was providing them various marketing options through Google's products to help them grow their business. Most of them small and medium-sized businesses, so like a mom and pop shop, or like I had like someone who's a florist, and actually someone in Baltimore who sells fabric and products for crocheting. So that definitely kind of helped me solidify and get an understanding of the importance of marketing. And the importance of having a strong brand identity. And even on top of that, like the mentors that I had there and the experiences that I had also helped with a variety of other things too, like even with like coding, since I do that too for people who do websites and such. And so I had a mentor that was there, and he was really helpful with helping me connect me with the right people to help have a better understanding of that, since a lot of the understanding I had of coding was self-taught, so there was no classes or really stuff. It was kind of just playing here and there because I personally needed those resources. And when I was, starting my line at 17, I did not have a budget of anything. So it was kind of like, well, I'm going to have to either learn how to do it or do without. So, yeah.
So the two of you guys started when you were like really young.
Yeah,
and we hear so much today that young people, they're so into social media or their cell phones and watching TV on their laptop, and they're not communicating, they're not getting out and congregating together. What would you say to those young people out there who do have a vision or a passion, but they don't really know how to get started? And also to just let the world know that you guys are out there, you got ideas, you're implementing them. What would you say to encourage the young people and let us parents know how we can support and get behind our young people?
For me, my recommendation is always find your passion. What do you like to do? I have younger cousins that, you ask them what they want to do, and they're like, I don't know, I'm not good at anything. It's like, well, what do you like? What interests you? Find something that sparks your interest, or your, something that fuels your soul. And everyone has it. And you start there, and your passion becomes you heard of passion project. Your passion can become your business. If you do something and you're great at it, other people will come to you as the expert, or it might be something that is profitable and you can make money from it. So definitely just start from getting to know yourself and know, what do I like? What drives me? Why, when I wake up in the morning, what's going to make me happy?
Oh, that's good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
No, and even from the point of parents, I think definitely exposing them to different things. Like for myself, when I was in college and even when I was younger, I made sure to have different internships and go to different workshops that were outside of my comfort zone, so to speak. So not since my background was in fashion, I would go to things like in the tech community or in healthcare, other things like that of that nature, because I realized there are skill sets and values that I could take from that that I may not learn just staying in the arts. And when I was younger, thankfully my mother was, very open to me wanting to do theater instead of basketball. So it's just allowing them to be exposed to different things, whether it's camps or classes, or if, schools provide different after-school opportunities, or even having, someone shadow. I've had people's parents ask their children if they could come and help and volunteer at events and things because they expressed an interest in the arts. And I think, those are many of several ways to kind of see what's of interest and then figure out a passion from that and, go forward.
And I'll piggyback on that. Even my upbringing, I was exposed to a lot. And it was a joke at some point where it's like, oh, you're a jack of all trades. And, that doesn't necessarily have a positive connotation to it. But jack of all trades can be a good thing because you have experienced and touched and seen, and you kind of, were exposed to many different things, and it can drive or spark something in you that you didn't know was there. So I definitely try to do that with my daughter. And it is frustrating where it's like, oh, I want to do dance. And you put them in dance. I don't want to do this anymore. And I want to do gymnastics. You put them in a class. I don't want to do this anymore. And it's like, oh, okay. But it is good that they have those experiences because it will play out later in life.
That is true. And let me ask you, tell me about you all's education. You all sound like you're very educated.
Yeah, so I have a bachelor's degree in advertising and public relations. I got that from RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology. Big hockey school.
Okay.
The spirit of Washington, go Caps. Yeah. And then I went on, after my daughter was born, actually to get my master's, and I got that in project management from Rochester Institute of Technology.
That was very good to help you with.
Yeah, definitely. It was like, what was that next piece? Because by then I already knew that was something that I wanted to do. So what would be that next layer to get me through?
Okay. All right. And what about you?
So I have my bachelor's in fashion design from Howard, and then right now I'm getting my MBA at the University of Maryland.
All right.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to take a break now, everybody. But stay tuned because we got more exciting things happening.
Yes. We'll be right back with more tips and information for you.
And call back, please.
Yes. Welcome back. We still have some more exciting information for you from these two young, beautiful ladies. So they're going to just share a little bit about
how they gravitated toward the business that they're in today. And remember, this is just a teaser. You'll get more information on June 23rd. That's right. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. The address again is 6710 Oxon Hill Road, Suite 210, and parking is free. So I'm so excited that the ladies took their time today to come to talk to us and give us information about their background, and there will be more to come. But today, I want to ask each one, how did you all gravitate to you as a publisher, and how did you gravitate toward the creative arts? So let's start with you, Morgan. How did you gravitate toward that?
I mean, I guess partially like my parents, and just with my mother since like, what was I, like 6? Like I've been playing the piano since I was 6 years old. And so my mother plays as well. And so that was like one of the first things that, I don't want to say forced, but my sister, brother, and I were forced to some extent into taking on as like an after school activity. My brother and sister were not as much of fans of the piano, but I, really loved it. And from that kind of spun into everything else. And then got me into theater. And theater, I think, what really opened me up to like the variety of options that I could have in terms of like the creative industry.
Oh, excellent. Okay. And Keila?
Yeah, for me, again, it does go back to my parents. They're both readers. Okay. And so, and that conversation was always heavy. So, you'd be really young and then ask questions where it really makes you think and kind of evaluate yourself or just look at the world a different way. So the reading transferred to writing. So that's where the love of writing came from. But then the creative side, my dad, he loves so as a guitarist, he's into art, performing arts. We all got into it. But then visually, he also like paints and he loved to draw, and that was something that I did like to do from a young age. So the magazine actually just encompassed everything that I like to do, whether it was fashion, because I get to play that up in the magazine, the photography from a visual aspect, and then the writing, and then just the creative of putting it all together. It literally is a book of everything I love. So yeah, it was almost. Wow.
Look at how colorful and creative that is. I mean, just a cover makes you want to open it up and see what's inside.
Right.
Check us out.
And she will have her magazines at the event on June 23rd, 6 p.m., 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So she'll be here with her magazines, and then Morgan will also have her items, too, from her organization, too, Distinctly Creative. So at this point, I would like to ask the ladies to give us the information where we could find your business, your website, a phone number. Let us know. Let's start with you, Morgan.
Well, you can find us online on the website, distinctlydc.com. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, it's Distinctly Creative. And for email, it's info@distinctlydc. And you can also give us a call at 202-798-8942.
Could you repeat that phone number?
202-798-8942.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
and
we're everything Neura Magazine. So www.Neura Magazine, Instagram Neura Magazine, Facebook Neura Magazine, Twitter Neura Magazine, and our email is info@neuramagazine.com. So keep it simple, but Neura is spelled N-U-R-A.
And that's what I was going to ask you, exactly how to spell that. All right, ladies. So at this time, we're going to take another break, but we want to say thank you for providing us some excellent information.
Thank you for
having us. And don't go away because we have some more information coming for you, and we have our leader, Peggy Morris, joining us in just a few seconds.
All right.
Fighting each other See, I love what we do. This is the musical chair.
Yeah. We got to
segment.
Switch it up every now and then. Keep it fresh.
Yeah,
my God.
But this is actually the Four Sisters Live Network right here.
Right here.
There we go.
Kathy, Cynthia, of course, the founder, myself. So, Kathy, I love you.
Oh, thanks. I love you too.
Awesome job.
Yes.
Cynthia, you're doing great, girl.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I mean, consistency is the key.
Right, that's right.
You know how that goes? Being consistent. So we're here to make sure we make this last few minutes count on here, Peggy, because you're going to talk about some great things.
I tell you, just an awesome show. And Kathy, I applaud you. Kathy brings so much to this organization that I can't even begin to talk about. So she is a true example of sisterhood. She's a true example of serving. She's a true example of giving. She's a true example of just empowering others. And so I love what you're doing. I love what's going to happen on June 23rd.
Yeah.
And I will be in the house.
Oh, good. Yay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
And basically what she's really doing is duplicating what Sister for Sisters Network is doing.
That's right.
Okay? And if we can duplicate so many of those and bring them into the organization, what solid foundation we will have for our young people.
Absolutely.
And for this magazine, I just looked at this at a glance. How classy is this?
Very classy.
Very classy.
And I'm going through this and I'm looking at the quality. And
Very
beautiful.
Honey, you got something.
Thank you.
You got something.
This
and
is beautiful.
this is what I'm talking
These look
about.
like local sisters. Sisters from around here? Any of them?
What do you mean?
On the
Inside?
cover.
On the cover.
On the
On
cover.
the cover, that's June's Diary, a group founded by Kelly Rowland and Frank Gatson.
Okay.
But look at the quality of the paper. I mean,
I
these
see
are the
the
things I
colors.
look at.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very colorful.
Well, you know, I just want to let you know that when I first met Akila, and I had met her at an event, and she talked about her magazine. I think she really wasn't getting ready to talk about it. I think her mother said, talk about your magazine. And when I saw the magazine and I saw her, it's like, wait a minute, this is somebody that people need to know about. And I'm going to tell you, as for Morgan, I had gone to an event. Oh, my goodness, it was... You know, I felt so proud. I mean, it's like they weren't my children. She's not my child, but most of the young adults there, they were young. I mean, they were dynamic. And the event that she put on for the community in Southeast, the artistic community, is like, that's somebody that people need to know about. And I'm going to tell you, the people on my panel, these are just two of the four dynamic ladies. They're under 35. They're making it happen.
The age range.
Yeah.
I was just
I'll say from about 25 to 35. One, Rabia, she couldn't be here today, but she has her own ice cream and cookie line, and she also has gluten-free cookies. And then Ashley McGill has her own cosmetic line, and she deals with lipsticks. So, you know, these two ladies that came today are just two examples of class, intelligence, and quality that you will see on June 23rd.
But see, I remember Kathy talked about y'all guys months ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She talked about and she shared your information. I think I reached out to y'all guys. I didn't hear back. But that's okay. I got you now.
I'm sorry.
They're busy.
No problem.
Yeah, they're busy.
That's all right. I'll excuse you this time, okay? But look at this article here.
Yeah.
Black sisterhood is essential. Is
Yes.
that us?
Yes.
That's right.
And coming
Sister
from
for
this
Sister
generation
Network.
is essential.
Right.
That's the thing. Coming
Yes.
from this generation of young ladies.
And that's why I'm excited
Right.
about the fact that they're under 35.
Yeah.
And they're making things happen. They're realizing their dreams, their passions, and they're going for it, and they're successful. Because I was looking at this article in the back, Journey to 30. How many of us really thought about the journey to 30?
Yeah.
If only we'd been woke.
Yeah.
Like
And
that,
alive.
at our age,
Yeah.
thinking about our future and having people who encourage us and support us,
Yeah.
and having platforms like
Yes,
this
which
to even
really
talk
wasn't,
about
yeah.
it, and then having older
Really
ladies who
didn't have it
recognize
back
the
then.
gifts that you
Yes,
have.
the gifts.
I think
we
it's awesome.
I think we wanted it, but we didn't know how to get it.
How to get it, yes.
Where to go and doing
We
that.
didn't have the resources
Exactly. That's it.
and the support,
Exactly. And the support, because I know we were active enough to want to go after the dream. True. I know I was. I was really focused on my area of what I needed to do.
Right.
And when you are like that, you got to get around those type of people who can do that. But at the same time, this market, you have to go after the market that's calling for what you're doing and make that happen. It's very important, the market that you're in. Absolutely. And D.C., it still is, it was so political.
Yeah.
It's such a political town. You have to break your way into doing the kind of things relative to the arts in that respect, and entertainment and what you're doing. So our young people have now found that threshold, found that way that we can now do that, and it's so, I commend you.
Yeah, I do too.
I really commend you all for doing a because it's talking about the next generation. Why do we talk about the next generation when the next generation can't go to the next generation?
Right.
But see, but the beauty is to take partnership.
Yes.
Take what they have and take what the wisdom that we have,
and have to come
join that together as a partnership.
Yes,
That's
don't lose the sight of getting that wisdom and understanding, because we learn from you guys as well as you can learn from
us.
Of course.
Exactly.
And some of us are over 60 already.
Right.
I don't know anybody. But
Not yet.
Well, I'll raise my hand. And proud of
looking
it.
good, but still look good, you know. So that's that youthful side.
We still have things to learn even at
That's
our
right.
age.
You never stop learning.
We're still realizing our passions and our dreams, and we're still pushing
It never
forward
stops,
with things
really.
that are inside of us too. Your dreams don't always stay the same, and what you're doing doesn't always stay the same. So we all got things inside of us that we're still pushing forward
That's
to
right.
see materialize.
But see, the beauty of it is, you inspire me. You inspire me. That's where the blessing is, right here in this room.
Yeah.
Okay? And I know y'all guys can say the same.
right.
That's right. Absolutely.
Well, that's
And
why.
it inspired me to go home and really push my kids too, because I know they got dreams and things that they want to do in life. And when they see examples of people like you guys, you know, that would just help them to just really want to move forward with the things inside of them also.
I would like to see them back on the 5th Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I do too. But I already got something for you. Okay? There is something in Prince. You live in Prince George's County?
Yes.
There is something called 40 and under. Do you know about that?
No, I don't.
Okay. They recognize those who are 40 and under, and they just had an award celebration this week. All right. I want to talk to you, so next year, you're going to be part of it. Okay? And you too.
Yeah.
All right. It's our responsibility to get y'all guys out there, because everybody doesn't know where the resources, where the contacts, what's going on in our community. But with all of us putting our heads together, we can make that happen.
Right. And I just want to say my organization, SWAG, Serving Women Across Generations, that is the reason I founded the organization, because the idea is that we have young women reaching over to our wiser women too. So it's a cross way of helping each other. The older ladies or the more seasoned ladies, they help the younger ladies, and the younger ladies help the more seasoned ladies. So the colors from our organization are pink and purple. Pink for when you're first starting out in your career, and purple for the wisdom that you've gained along your journey and along your career. So as Peggy stated, you can learn from either one. And, you know, a dream deferred is not a dream denied.
Yes,
Right. Say that again.
A dream deferred is not a dream denied. So if you have to put it on hold for a minute, that doesn't mean it's going to be denied. You just pick it up when you get ready.
That's right.
Yeah. Timing is everything. And we know in great time things will take care of what it needs to do. So this is the time. We're in the month of June. And we're going to blossom. I just see this is just a blossom. We talked about June Blossom. That's the title. That's what
That's right.
Charlene put in there. June Blossom.
Yep, June Blossom.
Yeah.
Another
Bloom in June. That's the
Bloom in June.
Bloom in June. Bloom in June, but still in that same vein. But this is what June is going to be. I think we're going to really make some things out. We're still in the early part of June. We got planning to do, but I really see this being a really nice partnership fit.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm very excited about this.
I am too. And Kathy, I want to say, you know, we go way back. Kathy and I really met at the very first Powell Networking Conference.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you've been hanging in there.
Yeah,
That's
because I found an organization that has integrity and character.
That's what's about.
And that's why I've been here all these years.
Yeah, and you're a
Right
great
there with-
supporter. And Kathy said something
She
to
is.
me, and I didn't even recognize till you sent me the message that you were part of a vending at my event, and it really hit me. You've been around a minute.
Yeah. just a sister for sisters, not in life.
Right. But I'm just saying you've been around doing your thing on the side of the entrepreneurial piece of
But
it
the thing
all.
about it, and that's what it's all about connecting. I supported you with
me.
your when you had your play at the Ark.
Yes.
I did
right.
concessions there, right?
Yeah.
So when I had an opportunity to do concessions for another play, it was easy because I had connected with you.
made the
And see how you help each other?
Yes.
You don't even know it.
No.
And that's what time passes and something happens and then time passes.
Well, see, that's why I always say to y'all guys, no matter what, you treat people right the first time.
Wow.
Because it's going to come back.
It's
It
going to
will come back.
It's going to come back.
Every time. You can guarantee this is full circle.
It's full circle.
It's a boomerang effect. So, speaking of the time, we know we've had time well spent.
Ooh, boy, this
segment.
has been awesome.
This is
been
what Four
awesome.
Sisters Live is about. We can switch, we can put features of who we need, and how, this is another part of entertainment. You know, this magazine and things that we're featuring, it's a part of what we're doing, and our history, our Black history of what we're doing all over for entertainment. And again, our kudos to you.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. We're going to have you back real soon.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming as well. And we just love what we do. I love what we do.
Oh, I sleep, eat, drink.
Oh, you, Vivo? Wake up, go to bed, wake up thinking all of what you do. And that's if you're not thinking like that, then it's almost like, okay, where do I need to redirect my position on what I'm doing? It's always evolving and always every day you think about it. When it comes to a passion like that, it's something to be said that is meant for you to do. It just take that time and it's going to happen. Don't give up.
That's it.
Because
Don't
your
give up.
purpose is your purpose. Live on purpose.
And if it's not the right time, it's not the right time.
Yeah.
It's coming back full circle. And when it gets back to here, it's the right time.
Yeah. So we love you for watching today. Continue to tune in and tell somebody about Four Sisters Live every Saturday from 12:30 to 1:30. And then again, our conversations continues from 1:30 to 2:30. Thank you for watching. Continue to have a great, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Bye.